Good afternoon, guys, or good morning, or maybe good evening where you are. Welcome back to Toucan Tarot. Today's reading. So, who is thinking about you? Always an interesting one. Could be anyone, right? Anything could come up. So this isn't specific to love or anything. I mean, it might be love. You might have a secret crush out there. But that's why you're here. Let's find out who is currently thinking about you. If you want to skip straight ahead, we've got Crystal 1, Crystal 2 and Crystal 3, and you can find timestamps down below. So before you do though, hello, if you haven't come to my channel before, big hi to you. Thank you so much to those new subscribers as well. I hit the 500 mark. I'm so happy. I know it's not a lot, but for me it was a real goal, so thank you so much. Obviously 1000 is my next step, so nearly there. Everything will happen in the right time, but if you fancy showing your support and you've enjoyed my videos or this one, then please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Apparently like send you into some kind of algorithm. I don't know, it's all rather complicated. But anyway, I've just loved doing these readings. I'm going to continue to, and I've also just opened up my personal reading. So if you wanted, you know, a personal reading, private reading, then you can find all the details of that down below as well. So shall we crack on? I want you to see which crystal resonates you. So as I mentioned before, we've got Crystal 1 here. We have Crystal 2. And then we have the beautiful Crystal 3. So whichever resonates. And we're looking now at who is thinking about you. So I want you to take a deep breath in and ask yourself that question, who is thinking about me now? And I want you to close your eyes for a second. And when you do, when you open again, I want you to see which crystal resonates with you the most. So who is currently thinking of you? So Crystal 1, Crystal 2, or Crystal 3. We're going to crack on and start with Crystal 1. So for those of you that chose Crystal 1, who's thinking about you? Oh, let's have a find out. Today I'm going to be using the Illuminati Tarot, which is a lovely deck. I've not used it for a while. I'm really drawn to bring it out today. I've given them a good shuffle already, but let's hone this in on you. For those of you that haven't been to my channel before, watch my videos. I do read my deck through my guides. So, you know, really the tarot, the cards just act as a trigger for what the message is. So we'll try and get as many messages. I've got a couple of my guides here today. I'm feeling very blessed. So we'll try and get a couple of messages through for you. So who is thinking about all our sisters and brothers in crystal number 1? Right, let's have a look. So we've got 6 of Wands, Judgment, 7 of Wands. We've got the Ace of Swords here. I'm going to get some more out as well. Hierophant, and we've got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. So, who's thinking about you? Let's see what the guides have to say. Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, I mean, it popped out and my guides have just confirmed. And you can see you've got the Judgment card here. So you have got certainly a few people looking at you right now as if to say, you know, well, they're judging you. They're judging you in all sorts of ways. And a really important message is just you don't think about what others think of you. You just need to be you and continue to do that as long as it's coming from a good place. So that's a big message that's come through straight away. But yeah, we see happiness here and success. You've got that obviously with the 6 of Wands here. We've then got the 7 of Wands. We've got a lot of Wands here. So there's definitely a lot of, I mean, I nearly hesitated then because traditionally, obviously, it's the Pentacles that talk about wealth, but there's definitely a lot of chit chatter coming through about work for you, but there's definitely a lot of adventure without a shadow of a doubt, and some hard work going on. Yeah, okay, so the message that comes through is the harder work is needed to be done. But whoever is thinking about you, this is definitely in a work capacity. it's the beginning of something. Yeah, so this sorry, it's getting a bit jumbled. So there's a lot of people that are looking at you right now. The spotlight is on you. That's what's coming through. Whatever it is you're doing, you're in the middle of starting something or thinking of creating something, and those that you've shared it with are almost have an opinion on that. First of all, as we mentioned, you need to just push that straight aside. But whoever it is that's thinking about you is thinking about you in a massive, massive capacity to work, but the love is coming through as well, guys. So this is work based, but whoever, let me just confirm with my guides, there's a lot of different messages coming through from all angles on a work, on a, you know, love, on a different front. And I'm just going to ask Latran to confirm with me here. Okay, so basically this is somebody that you're involved in a project with, and they have feelings for you. So you have almost got a bit of an admirer here. It's coming through that it's not such a secret admirer. We all, most of the time anyway, unless someone's incredibly good at hiding their energies. But we feel when someone likes us, and what's coming through here is that you do. You kind of might have an inkling for who this person is, but they're very much thinking about you, and not just in a love capacity, but also in the sense of they want to go on an adventure with you, and that whole adventure entails things on a monetary level. We see the Three of Pentacles creep in here, which is exactly that. Let me try and get a little bit more here. Yeah, you definitely share an emotional connection with this person, but what's coming through is that it hasn't been taken to that romantic level before, but they are thinking about you, and they're thinking about you a lot. Again, not just in the sense of they just fancy you, they're envisioning a whole life ahead, literally a whole life ahead. So much. So, with that, it's, this person is your lover. It's your lover. Let's pull out some more, but they absolutely want the start of something, and for them it's kind of like they're seeing, I'm getting through that this is they're gonna act on this soon. We've got the Ace of Swords here charging forward, is almost, if you check him out here, swords coming up and there's a crown on top. That's the way this person is envisaging you. So they are hunting you down, they're after you. Again, what's coming through is that this person is into you, so it's just a case of there's been no acting on it. And there's definitely a little bit, again, obviously others are judging you for this, so it's definitely, something surrounding this that isn't your traditional, person meets person and happy kind of ending. Obviously, we mentioned earlier that this is someone that you could possibly work with, or someone that you are in a group or organisation, or some kind of, like I said, some kind of group situation. And yeah, it's frowned upon. Let me get some more clarification on that. But it really is a mixed bag. I mean, this person is thinking not only heavy about you, but they're looking at the future as well. We've got the King of Swords here. Without a doubt, we have the Ace of Swords. So this person is just, boom, they're ready to claim you. They're absolutely ready to claim you as their own, and make things happen. Get some more out here. King of Wands again. Four of Wands, okay. Seven of Pentacles. So guys, I mean, first of all, we're definitely looking at, we've got two kings here. So we're definitely looking at someone very level-headed. Probably the leader of whatever it is, this group that we were speaking of. Or very much others look to them as that type of figure without a shadow of a doubt. But they are so ready. We've got the Four of Wands here, and I just have to show you the Four of Wands cards for those of you that aren't familiar with it. It's associated with, and yeah, my guides are confirming here, it's associated with soulmates. Even though of course it's wands, it's still that very much that love, that connection, but almost like a spiritual connection is the way I would describe it, and what's coming through to me now, and how that feeling. So there's a deep yearning for you. This person, this isn't just a little fancy. This is someone that wants you in their life. They see absolutely everything, and we are seeing real connection between you. So I'm interested to know maybe why this hasn't happened yet. And I think that we should pull a few little cards to tell us a little bit more. I don't normally pull the cards in this way, but I'm just being inspired to. We've got the Star. There's just so much here. We've got the Tower. And we've got the High Priestess. Okay. So the message that's coming through is you find this person quite a dominant person. And that almost leaves you on edge a bit. You like that, but at the same time it leaves you on edge a bit. We see we've got a lot of kings here. You know, we spoke earlier about this person being a leader type, you know, figure. Certainly very independent. But there really is an amazing connection between you. There really is an amazing connection between you. You know, you see the Star here, it's dreaming, it's everything. That's what's going on with them right now. They're literally dreaming of you. But it's this dream of you together. And it is crossing over. I mean, we mentioned that we did have the Four of Wands over here. What did we do with it? There it is. And it's, you know, a really spiritual card, and again the guides are kind of pointing me back to that right now. So there is a very strong connection here, and again I'm inclined to say on a spiritual level as well. So a very important person this will be in your life regardless. How exciting, guys. You just came here to see who's thinking about you, and boom, this is almost like a love story unfolding. We do see the Tower here though, and the message coming through there is the sense that which is why you have these disapproving eyes almost. I get the feeling that this person is perhaps either in another relationship, or they shouldn't be doing this. You know, I don't get that. I mean, that could be the other way around. It could be yourself perhaps. But there's something about this person which others just, you know, don't necessarily agree with. It's almost like it's a mismatch is what other people are saying, but you really have to follow your own heart here, what is the big message coming through and what you feel. And again, we're going to come back to this later, of you and following your own heart and not seeing this chit chatter, because that's a really important thing that's coming through, a message that's coming through from the guide. But again, we'll get back to that in a moment. But yeah, so there's definitely going to be a few shake-ups if this is something that you're wanting to proceed with. But the ultimate ending, you know, there's definitely a big connection there. And it's a fiery connection is what I'm seeing. But they're in it for the long haul, you know. They almost want you as their own. They're a very confident person. I mean, the King of Swords is a great way to, I mean, both the King of Swords and the Wands, you know, this absolutely strong thirst for adventure kind of person. You know who this is, my guides say. And for those of you that don't, you're very much about to in a very big way, because you can't ignore this person. But yeah, there's going to definitely be chit-chatter about it, and you just have to push that aside. Let's pull some other cards to try and get a little bit more insight about them as a person. So this person that's thinking about you. So we know who's thinking about you. It's a person that wants a relationship with you, the whole hog. So it's someone that knows you. This isn't just a new encounter. You may not be aware of who it is. I'm strongly saying that the majority of you do. But for those of you that don't, they are in your life already, without a shadow of a doubt. And they are literally hungry. They're about to go as well. You know, this is something that you're going to see come to fruition pretty quickly. Or certainly their actions, whether or not the connection happens. We're unsure. But there's there's a lot of fire and a lot of big connection. You know, you feel it. You will feel it, or you feel it already with this person. But there's just a lot of outside, you know, as well. Let me pull, and I'm going to use some Danielle Noel Tarot cards here to try and find out a little bit more about them. So we've got the Moon, and we've got the Two of Wands. Definitely, again, you know, I'm going to bring it back to what here, because what's coming through and what the guide's telling me, and you can see that with the Moon reverse as well, is that, you know, they definitely almost suppress their emotions. They're very much an action person. Rather than go inward, they just keep moving forward. They keep pushing forward. You know, they're thirsty for this adventure that we spoke of. But yeah, they're very much an action person, and there are emotions that are under there. We all have deep, deep emotions, but they very much keep theirs suppressed. And that's definitely something that you can kind of bring to the game there, almost. But what's needed from this person, really, at a time like this, a message that's coming through, and if only we could talk to them for a second, what the guide is saying here, is that, you know, they need a little bit of reflection and to work out the best way to go about this, because they're almost like they're ready for war. They're kind of battling in, but they need to kind of maybe tread a bit careful. But being quite frank with you, guides are laughing, saying they probably won't do that. So it is going to be a bit of a bull in a china shop moment. Because they're just too raw and fiery, and that's not necessarily coming across in an aggressive way, but I mean, this is a person that acts, as I mentioned, that absolutely acts. But yeah, they have been thinking of you for quite a while, and again, this person is probably aware of you. Awakening, yeah, exactly what I just said. It's as if they're finally understanding what it is that they want, and that's why the action is ready, and that's why they're so close to coming into your life and really making this declaration. There's definitely a declaration that's about to happen. So something is going down, and this person's coming in, but you like it. And that's what the guides are saying. It's almost as if you've been looking for someone to kind of sweep you in that way. But again, it is going to cause a lot of heartache. So the message coming through is that, don't, in one sense, don't worry what people think. You have to just go in on yourself. And I'm definitely going to come back to that shortly, because that was a very big thing that came up and that was important for you to hear. But at the same time, you have to be aware of those that are around you. And much like my guide mentioned earlier, when he said that you have to, best way to put it, I'm trying to think exactly how I put it. Lucian, can you find that? Yeah, he was basically saying, you have to, as long as it's with honesty and goodness, you have to just block out other people. But as long as it's an honesty and goodness. So, don't just block out people that you're hurting, because there is going to be some people that hurt from this situation. And that's, as I mentioned, it could possibly be another partner involved in this, or there's just somebody, it's going to bring a bit of a mess with it. So just careful how you tiptoe around that mess if you are choosing to go forward. They are a bit of a bull in a china shop, so it's kind of up to you to hold the fort. That's the best way to describe it. We've got the Ace of Crystals as well. And again, just new beginnings, a lot of starts of new beginnings. They see a lot of new things with you. And we spoke earlier about, the business side of things, and they see and the work, and that's coming through again, but this one's almost like a new venture, a venture of you guys just on your own, without a shadow of a doubt. They definitely see you as someone that has mass potential in them, and especially when it comes to what you do for a living and what you do and you're passionate about, without a shadow of a doubt. But they do see you as your potential is just not being met at this moment, and they see themselves as someone that can really help drive that forward. So again, that's why I mentioned earlier that, this is quite possibly someone that you work with, but they definitely see you and your worth without a shadow of a doubt. This person thinks so much of you guys, so much of you without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, I think it's a case of, there's just a lot of blockage going on at the moment, and it's because of the kind of whirlwind that's going to come around with this. Let's get some advice cards and see what advice we can get, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of feelings and fire, but this person really does think the world. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Isn't that beautiful? And definitely do. And guides saying, they couldn't have said it better themselves. Look at the bigger picture. And that's what you're being drawn to do here. Obviously, there's all these short-term fires and sparks. We've got the Tower, and we mentioned how people are going to be, put back. We've got the judginess and so forth. And this is a message for the bigger picture as well. The bigger picture. But certainly in this situation, Spirit's saying that you first of all, are very divinely guided. So you need to, if you meditate, you'll find the answers yourself. So you need to do a lot more meditation. But definitely you need to look at the bigger picture. And by that, what they're trying to say is, what is your goal? What is your end goal? What do you want out of, and certainly we're talking about a love relationship here. So what do you want out of love? What's your end goal? And when you ask yourself that question and look at this person, which boxes do they tick? I can tell you right now, they tick a lot of your boxes, but you really need to soul search in, because only you can answer whether this person is worth the things. But also look at the bigger picture, because in time, all this side stuff floats away, and is this what you want? So that's really what you're being guided to do. And you can do that by meditation. And certainly Luchuan and Glenda almost has said here as well that, you've got so many people waiting to guide you in this scenario. And most importantly, your higher self. And that's very blocked. We saw that earlier with the priestess, but the high priestess, she's turned around. So you are massively suppressed at the moment in regards to your higher self. You're not connecting with it. Even if you think you are, you're not. You need to go within more. Meditate more is the message that's coming through. I'm going to pull another one. And we have, your hard work is paying off. And it is. You are being noticed, not only by this person, but by a lot of others in that area. But you are definitely not... you're being overlooked in your work. We said that, but this person can see that without a shadow of a doubt. This is quite interesting. Whew, you know, it seemed a bit muddled to me. I'm listening to what's coming through, and of course I just kind of go with the flow of the information I get, but it's come across very muddled, and Lucian is saying that's because this is very muddled. So guys, you know, it's a really positive reading in the sense that you've got a hunk of a level-headed chap, or girl, you know, whichever resonates with you, but this person is definitely got a hunger for life, an adventurer. You know, they definitely kind of go forward. They need to work on their emotions a lot more. They're not exactly the best in regards to emotional intelligence, but they kind of wade forward. But they are a good person, is what I'm hearing, but they are a bit of a bull in a china shop. They want you. There's obviously very explosiveness surrounding this, and that's something that you really need to go within to figure it out. But there is massive spark and connection here. There's a lot of realization from them that, you know, this is enough now is what I'm hearing. It's now or never. We need to act and go forward with this. Again, this is someone that does not like to stop, to stand still. You know, they're very much pushing all the time forward and to achieve more, to do more, to be more. This is awesome. Let's pull out. I've got here some wonderful. These are just awesome. They're the Music Legend cards. I was kindly sent to these by one of my subscribers. Thank you so much for that. If you did want to do an energy exchange, you can find all the details to that down below. But let's pull some of these for you. And what we're looking for is, I'm going to pull one for you, one for them, and one for the relationship. And let's see what comes up here. So let's pull this top one. Bruce Springsteen, that's for you. And then we've got Shakira for them. I love a bit of Shakira. And we've got James Brown for the both of you. You know, definitely with yourself, good old Bruce Springsteen. Let me put this up here so you can see it. Aren't they just the most awesome cards? But yeah, good old Bruce. There will always be magic, even on the darkest nights. May your mistakes, like your sins, be your own. Follow the river, but keep your eyes on the sea. And this is, I'm going to bring this back to this card because, again, it's a message that's coming through and was coming through earlier and again from above, is that there will always be magic, even on the darkest night. So for that, firstly, let's deal with that. So definitely, as you know, this is all, if it's not already happening and causing ruptures, it's about to. But it is remembering that, listen, you know, just always look at the positive. Again, try to block out as much as you can those out chitter-chatters, unless it's something that is genuinely hurting someone. You need to kind of address that if it is. But yeah, there will always be magic on the darkest nights. Very wise words from Bruce there. And may your mistakes, like your sins, be your own. This is a really important message about going, when we spoke a moment ago about going inwards and meditating. You know, you have to connect with your higher self. Only you know your path and know your decisions, and that will give you your decisions, because you are going to be thinking about this a lot and what to do, and the answers are within you. And you know what, regardless whether you take the right option or the wrong action, may your mistakes, like your sins, be your own. They have to have been your decision. If they are, Spirit is saying that know that everything happens for a reason. You're always divinely guided. So the things that we do, whether they end up being good or bad, is our path, and we will learn if they're bad. If they're good, we will grow. And we'll grow either way, but, you know, we'll beam even more. So, you know, don't worry, just stop worrying so much and be you, and go within more to find your answers. And follow the river, but keep your eyes on the sea. And again, this is just a big wake-up call to you, is what's coming through, that you have to just keep being yourself and following your own heart. You're very much someone that listens to others and seeks others' opinions to work out what to do, and you have all the answers, my love, inside of you. So, you know, you need to just chill a little bit, and it will all come and happen as it's meant to be. We got Shakira for them, and oh my goodness, of course, fiery. I'm not saying they necessarily shake their hips like Shakira, they may do, But, you know, this person is really about life, about venture. Don't dream about the sunset at midday. Know your rights. Travel is the most effective antidote to indifference. You know, they're very much up for adventure, much like Shakira, and the adventure thing is really coming through. But it's also, the biggest thing that's come through from that is the travel aspect. And we spoke about how this person is literally just continuously pushing forward. And we spoke about how they're ready. It's almost like it's time. It's time to make a decision. It's time to work out what you want. They're ready. So they're going to put this to you, is what's coming through. So, you know, they're really going to drive this. Once that decision is made, you know, they're definitely the type of person is they'll go. If it's a no from you, then they'll be off. If it's a yes from you, then, you know, you're in for an adventure. But so it really is decision time. But yeah, they really are. Shakira is everything that we've just spoke about here, with the type of personality. And then you've got James Brown for both of you together. And knock 'em dead, then leave. Don't quit moving until it's payback time. When you're ready to get on up, it's time to get on down. You know, this is definitely, you know, you two as a partnership here. You literally are James Brown. You are ready to get on up and, you know, knock 'em dead, then leave it. You know, it will be definitely, without a doubt, a very... there's going to be lots of stories to tell about the two of you together. Let's put it that way. Adventure is the biggest thing coming through. Guys, this is a nice reading, but I can't help but feel for you because you've got a big moment of decision here. You know, this person that's thinking about you is ready to act. That's the message. This person that's thinking about you is ready to act, and they're going to be looking for decisions soon. It's kicking off. There's a lot of drama going on around it. I'm going to just pull some messages here for you personally, and some advice that we're really seeking here about the situation for you. Because, oh honey, but again, the biggest message that came through, and it's coming through again, we're trying to say it again, just remember that all your decisions you make, as long as you make them in goodness and they're your decisions, all will be well. Whether they're good or bad, at least they are your mistakes or your right choices. Okay. Oh, there's actually a few that have popped out, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm being guided to keep them all. Keep them all. First one, pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, and you are the oracle. We're speaking. This is exactly what we've been speaking about. This inner oracle, and isn't that just the most beautiful card? Look at that for a second. That's you in there. And I know, you know, some people talk about meditation, and you know, people don't realize how powerful meditation is. It's almost like they look at it as a chore, but that visual is what can happen to you in meditation, and you can feel all those beams around you. You know, that can happen. You just need to meditate. So this is about, you have all the answers about this person, about this situation, and you just need to go in. We've got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Oh, guys, I'm getting a real rising and, awakening for you. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations. Dreaming a new world into being. Oh, so this is a message again to just go within, because you've got so much amazingness waiting for you. You've got your guides, so many guides to meet you is what's coming through. So many amazing realizations, and the journey with yourself, I'm just seeing as a beautiful one. I can't express enough the beautiful vibes I'm getting right now through me. Thank you for that, because this is your vibrations, your higher self vibrations I'm feeling, and they're stunning. You need to tap into them. I almost put my hands literally on my head out of frustration. You need to tap into them. And you'll know what to do about this whole situation. You don't need me to tell you as a tarot reader through my guides. You can learn this, you can get the answers yourself through your own guides. That's what they're laughing, because they're like, and they do this a lot. They laugh because it's ironic that people come to ours for readings. And this is something that I really want to do a video about. Let me know your thoughts if you'd like me, to hear more about this and more investigation into this. But people come for tarot readings, and it's always wonderful. And certainly, tarot readers, there's some very talented tarot readers out there, without a shadow of a doubt. We all have different gifts, different abilities. But the biggest and most important thing that comes through every time for everyone is that we're all able to do this. Every human on this planet is able to connect with their higher self, to reach their guides. and people don't, and you are massively being guided to. And if you haven't already gone down this path, I've got a feeling that, you know, you've had an itching about this, you know, then you need to. Definitely let me know. Send me an email if you're wanting help on where to go from here, where to start. But yeah, I definitely would say go for guided meditations as a start. But yeah, you will know exactly what to do with this situation. Guys, what an exciting reading. There's a lot in that, but a lot of important stuff. Who's thinking about you? Whew, this has been hardcore. This seriously has been hardcore. There's a lot going on. I wasn't expecting this much out of a little reading today. If you want to go in this in more detail, because there's a lot of things here. There's, you know, the talk about you and how we can look at maybe getting you to go within yourself more. And also, maybe if you do want further advice on this, then I can help with that too in a private reading. So you can find all the details down below. And yeah, let's engage more. I'd love to know more. I'm interested. You've got me hooked. And thank you so much for plugging in today and watching. Let me know your thoughts on this. And don't forget to hit like. Apparently it really helps and I'd super appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm well on my way to 1,000. I'm over the halfway mark. So it'd just be so appreciated. And love and light to you all. And you know, at the beginning of this, I was feeling an apprehension for you, thinking, God, you've got a lot on your plate and, you know, you've got a lot of decisions to make. But I'm not at all now, because this, you know, you're going to go within and you're going to find all the answers. And again, if you need help on how to kickstart that, let me know. Great. Well, guys, peace out. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever it is. What is it where you are? Let me know where you are. Comment below. But I will see you back soon with another video. Just before I go, I would like to ask your opinion, which I'd also like to comment below, on what videos you would like to see. I'm getting into more and more into my channel, and I've got a lot of kind of areas where I'd like to take the channel. I want to do interviews with you know, in the psychic realm, as an example, with some great people. I want to do some meditations. I'd like to do some. So let me know what you'd like to hear. And of course, pick a card, which is my main thing, tarot. Then let me know if there's any major questions that I'm not putting out there that you'd like to see. And this is all about you now, my subscribers. What do you want from me? Let me know. Big love to you. I always do a meditation at the end of my readings, and I'm going to include that. You in that today, and we're going to send lots of love and light to you. So yeah, guys, have a lovely day. Peace out. Remember, subscribe and like, and I'll see you for a video, my new videos soon. Take care. Hi guys, for those of you that choose crystal number 2, this is your reading. So who's thinking about you now? Could be anyone. The last crystal was a lovely one. Let's see what comes up in yours. I'm just going to give all these cards a good shuffle as well. We're going to start off with the Illuminati Tarot, just to try and get a bit of an idea more about the person, and tell us a bit more. So for those of you that haven't watched my videos before, I do predominantly work with my guides. I'm lucky enough to have 2 of them with me here today, so hopefully we'll get a lot of messages come through. But let's have a look. Who is thinking about you right now? Crystal number 2. Oh, we've got 2 here. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Cups, Prince of Wands, 3 of Wands, Death, and the Prince of Cups. Okay, so without a shadow of a doubt, there's definitely a love situation going on here. Without a shadow of a doubt. Whoever is thinking about you, they've got a crush on you, but they're not having much success. They're not having much success at all. I think they pretty much see... I'm going to try and get some messages coming through here, because what I'm seeing, I just want to confirm. Yeah, so we're looking at a younger person than you. So whoever it is that's thinking about you right now is, it could be a lot, but it could be just a little. But they're definitely younger than you, and they definitely have that kind of vibe about them where they're, you know, very much... We see that with the Prince of Wands here, and my guide is confirming that it couldn't be truer. And they've very much got that zest and that want for life in them, adventure. But they're stuck at the moment. They don't see any kind of... They're really into you. They don't see success without you, is almost how I would put it. They literally don't, in matters of the heart. So they're very fixed on you. They want a new beginning. You know, they want... Get some more messages come through here. Yeah, so the problem is that there's a lack of maturity is what I'm seeing coming through here. Yeah, you know, what's coming through is that this is a younger person that's really into you. And I'm not sure whether you're giving it quite the consideration because of that. They absolutely want a fresh start and an ending to how things are now and a new one. You see that with the death card, you know, that speaks of new beginnings. And my guide's confirming that they want a new beginning with you. So this is, yeah, love person, but very much a Lothario character, very cheeky and charming, without a shadow of a doubt. Let's move these out a bit here. Very cheeky and charming. Let's get some more messages because a little bit hazy on this so far. Wow. Okay. So this person wants it all. They literally want a family with you. You see, you've got the Ten of Cups cards, guys. Look, check it out. You couldn't have more confirmation. Without a shadow of a doubt, they want it all. But it's definitely going to rock some drama, create some drama. There's going to be a lot of turmoil because of this relationship, without a shadow of a doubt. And if I can just get a look on that, we've got the Queen of Cups. And we've also got, again, Nine of Wands. So, again, there's a lot of blockage here. I'm almost inclined, and what Guide is saying here is that some of you are in a relationship already, or your heart may be with another. Some of you, that even could be marriage. And this person has swung on in, or is about to swing on in. They notice you. They're thinking about you now. Remember, this is who's thinking about you. So they notice you. But, oh, I'm almost hesitant to say it, but I'm getting the message of an affair type situation. But they want it all. They actually do want it all. They want this family with you. But there's a lot of guards up. And again, I'm getting, because it's not necessarily, yeah, there we go. It's not necessarily, okay, so the King of Swords has just come in, and my guy's telling me this isn't the person that's thinking about you. So there's someone else involved, shall we say. So this is a three situation. And the person that's thinking about you just wants you. They want you, but they know that you're involved with another, and they're not quite sure how to navigate around that. Or they see you as with another. Whether you are or not, I'm not sure. But this is a new person, I'm being told. So you wouldn't necessarily, you know, have had long relationships with them, but it's a younger person than you. They're newish on the scene. And yeah, wow. Okay, let's see what else we get from here. We've got the Princess of Cups and we've got Judgment. Oh my goodness, it's all exactly the same thing. I mean, one thing that's coming through is, you know, this person, if you haven't spent much time with you yet, this is how they're about to make you feel. If you have, you'll know that the feelings I'm getting here, they make you feel like an absolute, you know, you've got the Princess of Cups, and that's how they make you feel. You're actually a Queen of Cups, but they make you feel like a princess. They take you back almost. And it's the youth in them and that immaturity that we spoke of, but it's a kind and loving immaturity. And there's only immaturity there because they are younger. It's not because they are necessarily that in personality, they're just younger. And it's that youth that's really addictive for you and really, you know, really attractive. I'm so sorry, it's so windy. You might have just heard that bang. It was, I think, my plant pot's going over. But yeah, coming back, it's just, they find you addictive, almost like they just can't get enough, and they're constantly thinking about you. Let me put out some other cards here. I've got some Danielle Noel Tarot, and I'm going to pull out a bit more from here as well. But yeah, I'm definitely getting signs of a fiery... You've got the Nine of Crystals. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So for some of you, I can see a pregnancy here. We've got the Empress, and I was just confirmed with my guides, and definitely I can see a pregnancy here. For some of you, that might have really happened. For those of you, be aware that this could be the outcome. It may be a welcome thing, it may not. Only you can answer that. But there's definitely going to be a bit of drama here because of the situation. I'm definitely sensing an affair. So this is someone that's deeply deeply wanting you. And the message that's coming through, sorry, I'm just trying to get clarification. The message that's coming through from the guys here is, you know, you just need to be careful because it will lead to places. We do see the Empress here, and that's definitely speaking of fertility. But we see this, one thing that is coming through is we see this King of Swords, and my guy's just asking me to come back to this because this is the person that kind of dominates your life right now, or the love interest that it has is what I'm hearing over time. And they're not giving you something. That's why there's this attraction here. It's almost like they're not giving you something that you want. You know, they're missing on that charm. I mean, you look at this lady here, and whether you're a guy watching this or a girl, that's you. Look at the wonder. There's like a real innocence, a purity, a wonder, wanting to be held, but okay on their own as well. I will say that. But yeah, it's almost... There's a huge strength in you, and I think this person definitely makes you wobble, you know, makes you wobble, and that's really, you find that very refreshing, because I get that you're very normally a strong character, and it takes a lot to make you wobble, but this person does. So guys, this is basically, you know, someone that has a crush on you, and I will use the word crush, because for them, you're everything. They want the whole hog, marriage and so forth, but they are young, but you need to kind of figure out what you're going to do about this. But the person that's thinking about you absolutely is in love with you. But if you were to go forward, I can't help but see, you know, there's other people involved. It's not just the two of you situation. Let me know what you think of this, because this is all rather random and quite, yeah, there's a lot happening. So let me know your thoughts. I'm going to pull out some advice cards for you. And first of all, let's see what the moon, Moonology cards have to say. Let's get some inspiration from the moon here. One message that was coming through is the effect that this may have, or work vibes coming through. So I don't know if this person you've met through some kind of work project. We've got your commitment is being tested. It absolutely is. He's swaying you. And he's really thinking about you. It's as if he's burning holes in the back of your head, and you can feel it. But your commitment is being tested. And you know, my guides are saying that you know the answer to this. No one can answer this except for you. It's time to release negativity without a shadow of a doubt. And a really important message that's coming through here is that, you know, it's also a time when the moments like this, testing, you know, your commitment is being tested. When we're at moments in our life where we're being tested, it's a big learning lesson. So you need to kind of sit back and think, why is this happening? Why do I find myself in this situation? What can I learn from it about myself? So that's the biggest thing coming through. So it's time for some soul searching here, and to go within, meditate, or whatever you find, you know, the best way to do that. But meditation is definitely recommended. And really kind of, you've got all the answers as to why this person, we spoke earlier about, you know, you're not getting maybe the satisfaction that you needed from this relationship here. But why is that? And what do you need? And what do you really want? You know, we always speak about you have to act in the now and today, and that's so very true. But my guide's almost telling me that in this instance, you need to think the opposite right now and think, what's your goal? What do you want? How do you want to feel in the future? Where do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be with? How will they make you feel? And the feel thing is a big thing that's coming through here. And you need to work all this out, because you are being tested at the moment. And no decision is the wrong mistake. It's only, it's your truth. That's all it is. It's your truth, and you have to follow your truth. They're just lessons. Everything is lessons. That's the biggest thing that's coming through. What lovely message. I'm also going to pull, I've got some Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light oracles. I'm going to pull this advice for you. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And again, yeah, just a big message coming through. So just slow down. You don't have to make any decisions now, act upon anything now. You need to go within and just relax for a second. Nothing major is going to change in a space of 48 hours, I'm hearing, randomly 48 hours. That might mean something to you. And what's really coming through is you just need to take a break. Even if it's just for a weekend, even if it's just 48 hours, take a break. Nothing big will change, and you need to go within, and you've got the answers. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? You'll know that if you go within. You'll know that niggling feeling and align your life. What is it needs to be aligned? What needs to change? This person is just a very big trigger for you as a wake-up call. And, you know, it may be for them themselves. We do see a lot of love and a lot of passion here. But it's a trigger for you to spark your own questions about you and what it really is that you want right now and what your aim is and your goals are. And follow them, and then follow them. But it's too hazy. I can just literally see fog. So you need to clear that fog in your space, and then you'll have clarity, and then you can see what it is that you need to do. That's a lovely message. So I hope you found that comforting. I'm going to pull some music legends for you. I'm going to pull one for you, one for the person that's thinking about you, and then we're also going to pull another one on the vibe of this situation. So for you, we have Debbie Harry. Oh, I love Debbie Harry, and I love that you're Debbie Harry. And for them, we've got Marvin Gaye. Let's Get It On just came in. I love Marvin Gaye. Right, and then we're going to have, we've got James Brown. The strangest thing, I just pulled this exact one a moment again. It's been coming up a lot recently. Let's concentrate on you first of all. We've got Debbie Harry. Fools mistake their flesh for plastic. It's not enough to be beautiful, you need to know how to be beautiful. Stay open to new things and you will never stagnate. Be more Debbie Harry. Just be more Debbie Harry. You know, she's a real kind of leader of her own mind. You know, she's very confident. She owned it, didn't she, Debbie Harry? And she owned it in her own way. She was an inspiration to others. So that's just, again, reminding you to go within and be the leader of you. Be you and do you. And the Spirit's saying, listen to some Debbie Harry as well. Listen to some Debbie Harry. In your moment of when you take a break, make sure you play lots of Debbie Harry. We've got Marvin Gaye for them, and this is a person that's thinking about you. So this is this younger character that we're speaking of. Don't fool around with something you cherish. There is madness in love, but also reason in madness. A selfless heart is all you need to get by. They're just a real, that's exactly them. They're just a real young romantic. And what's the vibe when you're together? Get on up. It's James Brown. It's this fun, crazy, gets you on your feet dancing. And I think that's certainly what's drawing you to them. But guys, again, the biggest message coming through here is for you. And that's just one of a journey inward. You'll find your answers, and you really need to work out how you've become in this situation. If you don't find yourself in this situation right now, this is something that you just need to look out for coming quite soon. So that was your reading. I hope you loved it. If you want, there's a lot of unanswered questions, isn't there? But if you want to know more, obviously this is just a short YouTube, my free readings for YouTube, and I love doing them, group readings. But if you wanted to do a more personal one-on-one where you've got more questions, all the details can be found below, so don't hesitate to hit me up. And we'll see what's next for this and what's next for you. And also, the biggest message again is to go within, and you got to kind of work out what's brought you to this situation. Guys, much love and light to you. I really enjoyed doing this reading. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. One thing I do want to say is, I feel with my readings, I feel energies, and it's something I've realised quite recently, over the last couple of months, but very strongly this month. I've been starting to feel more and more. And I'm thinking of doing a video about going into different kind of psychic abilities and the way, different people feeling different things and seeing different things and so forth. But the reason I brought this up, is that I couldn't help but get the feeling through the whole thing that you're a really strong person. I can feel that. You're a very strong character. But because you get called upon other people, is what's coming through here, for advice, whereas you need to kind of sort your own, I nearly swore then, sort your own house out. Do you know what I mean? You really need to regroup with you and your soul and inwards and figure out, remember, your end goals. What do you want? And then work towards it. And whichever outcome that is, I'm dying to know. Let me know in the comments below. Of course, keep a lookout for my future videos. I've got some great content coming. And also, let me know what content you like. What would you like to see more of on my channel? Comment below. Because I love the comments the most. And of course, if you could like and subscribe, I'd be much humbled and appreciated. But yeah, big love to you guys. Check back in soon, the channel, and I will see you soon. Take care, big love, and good luck with all this. Take care. Hello, if you chose crystal number 3, this reading is for you. So who is thinking about you? This could literally be anyone. It's a really interesting reading. I always love doing these ones because you just never know what you're going to get. How are you? Welcome to those that have never watched my videos before. Let's have a little look. For those of you that haven't watched, you should know I do read my tarot pretty much via my guides. So really the cards act as just a trigger. I'm using the Illuminati Tarot, and let's have a look firstly. So we're looking at who's thinking about you, and I want to really hone in and try and get some personality traits and who this person is. So who's thinking about you right now? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So this is really interesting. We've got two major arcanas. We've got Judgment, and we've also got the Sun as well. We've got Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, and then we've got the Prince of Wands. So, I mean, let me get some clarification from my guides. Yeah, so the person that's thinking of you right now, we're getting, let me just confirm this. I'm not getting one person that's thinking. There's two people coming through here. There's a girl and a guy. I'm not sure what you are reading, watching this, but I'm really getting a female and a male energy coming through. Yeah, it's almost like, okay, so definitely, as I said, there's a female and a male energy, but just concentrate first of all on the male energy. There's someone out there, this is a love reading, it is, and they're definitely, it's almost like a secret crush. I don't think you're aware of this person at all. In fact, can I get some clarification? Yeah, so this is a secret crush here we're talking about, or a secret fancy, so to speak, someone that's thinking a lot about you, but they're keeping their emotions very closed in at the moment, very, very closed in, and there's no kind of, they're not even thinking about telling you, you know, they're not, it's purely, they have this massive imagination that they're just completely daydreaming into about you. You know, we've got, first of all, we've got the Ten of Swords reversed, and what I'm getting from that is just a real blocking, you know, there's no change, it's the same. It's as if they see you and wish that they could be with you, but they feel that there's absolutely no hope, but they really do dream. You've got the Ace of Cups here, which is the start of romance, and they dream of that. They absolutely dream of that. I mean, Judgment in itself, there's just this huge blockage from them. They're not coming forward. They're just not coming forward. There's lots of new starts. I'm getting that this person, you know them from some kind of activity that you do rather than work. It's more of either a hobby or an activity that you're involved in doing outside of work. So it's somebody that you see, you know them, or they know you, but it's outside of work. But they absolutely think that you know the world of you. They feel light. I mean, look, we've got the Sun, you know, that's their feelings for you. They feel enlightened. They feel greatness and assurance and vitality. You literally beam these lights. You are the Sun as far as they're concerned. You know, you beam radiance and they can't help but be attracted to it. We've got the Prince of Wands here, and this is signifying them. And as you can see, you know, this is a person with much kind of adventure in their midst, but they're quite reckless with it. But yeah, it's almost like they dream about you, but they just don't see it happening. They don't see how someone like you could fall for them. And what I'm getting is you really are completely unaware of this situation, because they really do keep up the down low. Let me just pull some other cards out and get a few more messages come through. Let's look a little bit more at the actual person themselves. Whoa, we've got 3 pop out there. Okay. So again, with this, with the they're just very excited when they're around you. So do you, like, if you have a little think about the person, or the people that you're around? Is there one that's, I'm seeing like almost, they're like kind of jumping from area to area, really enthusiastic, really optimistic. You know, we were talking about the sun earlier, and those kind of feelings, that's how they will act around you. So, you know, they're a joy in actual fact. I'm getting nothing but really good vibrations off of this person. So, you know, it's a nice fancy. They seem like a very cool character. But yeah, there's this thing in them that literally stops them, so to speak, from getting through to you. They very much see you. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here, and my guide said that this represents you. So they very much see you as this kind of wise, you know, everything really that the Queen of Pentacles embodies. So she's wise, certainly when it comes to monetary independence and, you know, things like bill paying and definitely with independence. They see you as someone that's successful, that's absolutely made it successful. I mean, look at the Queen of Pentacles there. Also, we'll note that she's a queen, and they came out represented by this prince. So they definitely put you ahead of them, and this is what's stopping them almost from kind of wanting to, you know, to get involved, so to speak. But yeah, they're very successful and what it is they're doing. So in whichever capacity you know them, they'll definitely be a leader or a, not necessarily leader as in the manager of the group, but, you know, one of the best at it. So one of the most eager, one of the most, they probably first there, last to leave, so to speak. They're literally striving for success and so forth in this hobby that we're talking about. It's almost, you know, complete opposite of how they feel if they were open to up to you. But in life, and we're looking at their character now, they really are a vibrant, go-getter type person. And let's have a look a little bit more, get some messages as to why they've not approached you, why they feel that you are so out of their league, which is the biggest thing that's coming through and being confirmed to me here. Guys, let's have a little, can you give me some more confirmation here? So we've got Princess of Cups, and we've got the Nine of Swords. So one of the things that we're seeing here come through, they see you as otherwise engaged, and I'm not getting with a partner. They see you as really powerful, and you know, I think everybody, you're the kind of person, and I don't think you realise this, but Spirit's telling me the kind of person that everyone fancies, and you know, that everyone has a thing for, and they just don't see that you see them. They just don't think that you recognise them, which you probably don't at this stage, or have overlooked them, and they note that, you know, they just feel completely ignored, so to speak. We've also got the Star in reverse. Yeah, they just don't see it. They dream about it, but in reality, they just don't see it. There's this huge, huge block there. They just don't see it. They weigh it up constantly, but they just absolutely don't see it. This is quite exciting, guys. Let's pull out some moon phase cards. So just to recap here, you the person that's thinking about you is literally a secret crush almost. They're thinking about you. I think they are a little bit younger than you, or not necessarily younger than you, but they're real kind of that young, bouncy is what I want to say, vibe about them. They have this real bouncy, optimistic, energetic, they radiate really good vibes. So, and when you're around this person, you won't help but feel, you know, they tickle your bones, so to speak. And definitely they've got a funny bone in them is what's coming through here. Without a shadow of a doubt. Let's pull some moon cards for some advice. So we've got the end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, and what else have we got here? Work through your fears. Yeah, I mean, you know, the biggest thing coming through for you, and we hit upon it earlier, and my guides are telling me that you'll be kind of like, yeah, whatever. When I mention that others find you so attractive and are really into you, you just don't see it. And that's what we speak about here, the end of a tough cycle approaches. It's about time you kind of broke through that. I'm getting the reason you think this, and again, this is quite pinpointed, but it's because I don't think you were treated very well in the last relationship, not in the area where they should make you feel that you're everything and you've got a lot to give. But they haven't, you've not felt that way. So that's why you don't see it. But oh my God, you know, you radiate a really beautiful and very authoritative energy, and other people feel it. This chap does, absolutely. I'm gonna pull. I feel like we need more answers. Let me pull some moon. Queen of the Moon Oracle, because I very much see you as Queen of the Moon, that type of vibe person. Actually, a little bit more earthy, like the Queen of Pentacles, but you're definitely a queen, that's for sure. But let's get some emotional advice and see what comes through here. So I've actually got gratitude, we've got hunger, we've got patience, and we've got resistance. And this resistance definitely speaks. The biggest thing that's coming through to me is that, you know, the fact that you haven't noticed this person, I get that you're very lonely in one sense, but then you're not giving yourself the opportunity to move forward is what's coming through. So as an example, you know, this person, this chap right here, let's get him out from underneath all these cards. This Prince of Wands here, you're not even noticing him because you're just not seeing him. You almost don't expect it for yourself. So you just don't look for it and you don't see it. Whereas if you opened your eyes, you'd see that there's lots of it around you, and there's lots of it. I've been told as well not to be too hard on yourself. You're very hard on yourself, but have patience, and more than anything else, have gratitude and hunger. You really are your own oracle is the message that's just coming through here. Abundance, you've got plenty of abundance coming your way, but there is this fear, and I almost want to do a private reading with you, because this is not the reading to go into about you, is it? Because we're asking about this person and who they fancy, who's thinking about you, and it's obviously this person that fancies you here. But I can't help but see so many messages for you coming through, because you're very blocked is what I'm hearing, and you really need to kind of shift this off. And one of the things that one of my guides is saying right now, Glinda, is that you need to meditate, you need to go within more, because you need to make yourself shine is what's coming through. So I'm imagining that we're talking about bringing light, and, you know, just dusting yourself off, taking more pride in yourself, both inwards and outwards. That's the message. And, you know, you need to get your hunger back. You need to get your patience. You know, I think you're forever thinking, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? But the truth of the matter is that it's already here. And he's not the first. There's a few. I mentioned earlier about seeing a female and a male. And this may shock you. I'm not sure which way inclined you are. If you're a male watching this, obviously there's a female, but also there's a male. So you've even got both members of sex after you here. You know, you're a hot toddy, you attract all, and you just are not seeing it. You have to walk through your fears. Something's happened with you in the past, and you really need to break through. There's a lot of fear there, a lot of resistance. But yeah, you need to you've got gratitude and abundance, and you know, I'm feeling that definitely affirmations and meditation would be a huge thing for you. And I'm sorry to turn this reading around on you, but the truth of the matter is, who's thinking about you? A lot of people, this guy in particular, but there's a lot of people that are attracted to you in a love way. You know, your vibe, not even just in love, but your vibe attracts people. But for some reason, you're your worst enemy. And it's crazy. That's what I feel, because it's like, how? You're awesome. But you came to this reading today, my guide's saying, to hope for love is what I'm hearing. I mean, it's not necessarily a love reading. That's what it's turned into for you, because it's a secret admirer we've got. But you came into this reading about love. And again, I had this real, you know, lonely energy that came through. But in actual fact, it's you that's blocking it. It's not the lack of people wanting to come through, it's you. So my love, you need to fly. You need to fly and release yourself. Release yourself. Let's get some advice cards for you personally here. We have Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. Oh, I love Anna. And then we've got Mirror. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine path. So again, we're talking about, you know, you really need to start getting in, and we're talking about seeding the light, exactly what it says, laying those foundations, your divine plan. And what Spirit's saying here is exactly what we said a minute ago. Not only do you need to go in to figure out what it is that's triggering you, look, the mirror says it, you know, what is triggering you, what's made you build up these walls, and that's what you need to look at now. I mean, I would love to do a private reading for you and go into this a little bit more. Details are below if you want to. But also the best thing that you can do is, but through meditation, by connecting with both your higher self and your guides, is working out, you know, what is my divine plan? What do I want to do? What do I want to attract? What kind of person do I want to be? And you need to start on that. But the biggest thing and message coming through is you have all the answers. And the only person that's stopping themselves from being how you are now and feeling lonely is you. You're actually blocking out so much, and I want to give you a massive hug almost, because you just can't see it, and there's a reason for that. You need to work out what it is that's triggering you. I'm going to pull out another one as well, and we have the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. And it does all happen for you, but you do need to crack open. You can imagine that rose, forget, you know, even if you're a guy, obviously it's female in the picture, but that's you. You need to unfold, and you'll do that by going within and really searching, and searching for you, your higher self, and talking to your higher self. And by doing that, you've got all the answers, you know, more than anyone else. I'm getting advice now for you from my guides, but you know, you need to go straight to your guides for this as well. Let me know if you're not quite sure how to do that or where to start, and I can try and point you in the right direction. And certainly we can do another reading for you, a private reading, but you really need to work on that, guys. Let's pull. I've got these beautiful cards here. They're the music legend cards that actually one of my subscribers purchased for me. Right, so we've got Janis Joplin for you. I'm going to pull one for this guy because he's the one that's thinking about you. And we kind of Patti Smith and Bob Marley as a final indication. So we've got Janis Joplin for you. I love Janis Joplin. Oh, she's just amazing, and her music is insane. Evolve but don't compromise. You're all you've got. The power of love must replace the love of power. You are far greater than the sum of your years, and you really are. And this is why it's so strange that you're going within so much. But do evolve, never compromise. But do evolve, and this is what you need to do. And I'm being told as well that you need to go listen to some Janis Joplin music, because it will really help you out. So go and find out and investigate Janis Joplin. If you're wondering how to spell her name, it's there, Janis Joplin. But she's amazing, and her music will certainly bring a smile. There's a certain deepness about her music that I love. And we pulled one for this prince because we can't ignore him. This is why you came here for this reading, and he's the person that propped up. Again, we can do another reading where we go further in depth into them as well. But Jesus died for somebody's sins, but not yours. Learn to make peace with eternal dissatisfaction. The most powerful form of rebellion is of the spirit. You know, this person just is full of spirit and rebel, and I mentioned that youngness and that kind of trouble, and this is really what Patti Smith is, the angles of Patti Smith that are coming out here, without a doubt. You know, they're a real go-getter, and they're very light, nice energy. Do remember that, you know. So, and I'm being told by spirit that they are very divinely guided as well, and their guides ask you to tread carefully because they, you know, he's a great person. Bob Marley, so this was the one love. A small axe can fell the tallest tree. The fruits of Babylon are rotten to the core. Everything that is holy is among us here on earth. Everything that's holy is among us here on earth. And you just need to wake up and find it more. And again, I'm being guided for you to listen to these two great musicians and just listen. So go and have a little investigative listen to the Bob Marley and Janis Joplin. And most importantly, guys, you need to go within. Of course, this was just a small reading from my channel here. I love doing these mini group free readings. But if you do want to get really into the nitty gritty and a little bit more personal about you specifically, I have just opened my readings, as I mentioned. So feel free to book one of those. You can find the details down below. And I'm sending so much love and light to you. Listen, who's thinking about you? So many people. You attract so much, but you just don't see it. You have these walls up. This princess is an example, and he's one of many. He's a predominant one, and he's the strongest force that's thinking of you right now. And isn't that lovely? You know, they think that you're the sun. They think you're so wonderful and great. So don't forget that. But overall, the biggest message coming through is for you to go within, because you do have these real blockages, and you need to find out what it is that's triggering you. Guys, I'm sending you so much love and light right now. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I could do with all the support. I'm loving YouTube, and I've just hit past the 500. I'm trying to get to 1,000. And yeah, I would really love your like and support and help with that. But I'm more likely to get in contact because I'm really interested in helping you through this. You're a really bright, smart person, and it's just a case of, you know, we all go, and what's coming through is we've got the tarot deck and the major arcana, all the major cycles, and that's all life is. And every person, I'm being reminded to tell you that every person goes through these cycles at, you know, at different stages. So this is just your road bump, and you shouldn't be too hard on yourself, because yes, you are super smart, but none of us are invisible, and that's what you need to remember. But go listen to some Janis Joplin, some Bob Marley, and I will see you soon. Peace out, guys. Lots of love. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, share your support and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you on my next video.